Hi everyone, welcome to Neurodiverse World, the channel where neurodivergence is explained with respect, clarity, and solid scientific grounding. Today's topic is the role of social camouflage when autism goes unnoticed. And what I'm going to share here is based on research, clinical practice, and neuroscience, not personal opinion. Ready to dive in? Before we jump into the main content, let me explain something important. What exactly is social camouflage, also known as masking? In the context of autism, masking refers to behaviors adopted, often unconsciously, by autistic people to appear more neurotypical. This might involve copying facial expressions, forcing eye contact, rehearsing conversations before they happen, suppressing stimming behaviors, or carefully imitating the way others behave in social situations. It's not about lying or pretending, but rather a survival strategy in a world that often judges or excludes what it doesn't understand. This is essential to understand because masking is one of the main reasons why autism often goes unnoticed, especially in girls and women, and why so many people only receive a diagnosis in adulthood. Let's go straight to the key aspects that show the role of social camouflage in autism. 1. Masking as a survival strategy. Many autistic people learn to camouflage their behaviors as a way to avoid bullying, rejection, or misunderstandings. For example, a child who naturally avoids eye contact might force themselves to maintain it to avoid being called rude. Or an adult might memorize small talk scripts to get through workplace conversations. At what cost does this constant adaptation come? The emotional and psychological toll. Masking may help someone blend in socially, but it comes with a heavy emotional price. Studies show that camouflaging is directly linked to anxiety, depression, social burnout, and even suicidal ideation. One where you're trying to be what others expect, and another where you hide your authentic self. Why autism often goes unnoticed? Because many autistic people become experts in camouflage, their challenges are not always visible. Teachers, family members, or even health professionals may think they're just shy, or they're very disciplined, especially in people with what is considered mild autism, or in women who often excel at mimicking social behavior. Gender differences in masking. Girls and women on the spectrum are disproportionately affected by the phenomenon of masking. They often learn from an early age to copy social patterns, adjust their speech, or suppress behaviors considered different. This is one of the main reasons why autism in women is still under-recognized, leading to late diagnoses or misdiagnoses such as anxiety disorders, borderline personality disorder, or depression. The price of hiding your true self camouflage may seem like a temporary solution, but in the long run, it leads to identity crises, low self-esteem, and a profound feeling of disconnection. Imagine spending your whole life wearing a mask. At some point, you no longer know where the mask ends and where your real self begins. The positive side: skills developed through masking. It's important to note that masking isn't only negative. Some autistic people develop useful skills from camouflaging, such as the ability to observe details, adapt in structured environments, or build specific social strategies. However, this should never overshadow the suffering and exhaustion that come with constant masking. The role of society. The real question is, why do autistic people feel the need to camouflage? Much of it is due to social pressure. Environments that don't accept differences, schools that don't accommodate, workplaces that penalize authenticity. If society embraced neurodiversity more openly, many autistic people wouldn't feel the need to constantly hide who they are. Now that you understand these aspects, remember, masking is not a diagnostic tool in itself, but recognizing it can help identify autism that might otherwise remain hidden. If you or someone you know shows signs of constant camouflaging, this could be an important clue for seeking an evaluation with a qualified professional. If this made sense to you, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with people who need to better understand the autistic spectrum. This content is based on science and presented with respect for your intelligence, and your participation makes all the difference. A big hug, and see you in the next video.